Hi everyone, this is Bhavan Viswas. Today I am going to discuss about important news articles based on Hindi newspaper. So this is for week 11 to 15th August 2025. So first there is a mention of Sea of Galilee. So we need to know that one. Okay. So here the question will be, where is the Sea of Galilee? So you need to know the location. Okay, it is in Israel. So when it comes about Israel or any country, you need to know where it is located, in which country it is located, what are the bordering states, if any if any important seas are there or lakes are there, if any conflict or anything important is happening for the country. Okay, I haven't mentioned that thing. So what you do, you go through all the important UPSC facts or UPSC item news articles based on Israel. Okay, so later someday basically I'll also cover all the things like all the conflicts what Israel has with Palestine and Hamas, and Israel and Iran. Okay, and Israel and Egypt based on Sinai Peninsula, then 6 day war, all the accords, Camp David accords between Israel and Egypt, then Abraham Accord, all this kind of thing. Okay. Now let's check where it is located. Let's go to the map, and if we see, it's located here. Okay, this is the Israel, and what are the bordering state? You see Lebanon, it has Syria, it has Jordan, it has you can say Egypt, and where in which sea it is? It is located near like basically on the coast of Mediterranean Sea. Okay, here we have this thing, Suez Canal, Red Sea. Okay, so all this kind of things here. This is one of the important trading route. You need to know all these things. Okay, also later someday I'll cover all these items. Now let's focus on the next item. Next we have news on Asiatic lions. So to conserve all the Asiatic, all the big cats, we should also focus on International Big Cat Alliance (IBCA). So here it is. The news article was estimated population of Asiatic lion has risen to 891, up from 674 5 years ago. Now let's understand what is International Big Cat Alliance. It was announced by India in 2023. It aims to conserve 7 big cat species: tiger, lion, then leopard, snow leopard, puma, jaguar, and cheetah. Okay. Now we need to know again where its headquarters is in. It's in India. Okay. And who are the members of this alliance and how it gets funding. What is the significance for India? It strengthens India's global leadership in wildlife conservation, and it also aligns with SDG 5, Sustainable Development Goal 15, Life on Land. So check on this thing. Anyway, I'm going to upload this document in my official channel, Telegram channel, so you can go there and read all the things, all the important facts. So this will help you prepare in UPSC prelims or other central exam, and it will help you enrich your answers in UPSC mains as well. Now we have mention on ASEAN. So let's understand what is ASEAN. And the first news article was India ASEAN official to begin fresh round of talks to review trade agreement. So what is ASEAN? So ASEAN means Association for Southeast Asian Nation. Okay, when it was established? It was established on 8 August 1967 through Bangkok Declaration. And who are its members? Its founding members was Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. And later other now it has 10 members. It includes Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia. Okay, now if we see the map, this is the map of ASEAN. Basically it's east of India, starting from Myanmar, then Thailand, then Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, then we have Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Brunei, Philippines. These are the 10 members of ASEAN. Now what is the significance for India? That you need to understand. So if we see India has basically Act East policy. It's completely aligns with Act East policy. And what is its challenges? Basically it faces China's assertiveness in the South China Sea. So that is the challenge for ASEAN. Now where its headquarters? It located in Jakarta, Indonesia. Now again we have mention of country Indonesia. Now we need to know where it is located. I just showed you this. Let's see where it's Indonesia. India. So always whenever you get some mention about any country or any place, just check that in the map and see where it is located and what is the important sea or ocean there and bordering state if any. So this is the Indonesia. So it has basically here. Okay, it's mainly island countries. A lot of islands are there. Then we have discussion on national education policy NEP 2020. So let's go there. So, what is the vision of National Education Policy 2020? It aims to make India a global knowledge superpower by ensuring equitable access and to high quality education and promoting lifelong learning. So, it focuses on various stages of education. First in preschool, then school education, then higher education. So earlier we had 10 plus 2 system, right? On to 10th class, then 11, 12 in higher secondary. That is 10 plus 2 system. Now it is replacing that with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. First 5 will be foundational, then 3 years preparatory, then 3 years middle, and then 4 secondary stages. Now here it's even focusing on early childhood care and education (ECC). Earlier there was also mentioned on this topic. Normally private schools has preschool kind of things for 3 to 6 years, but government like whoever goes for government school they do not have. They have just Anganwadi system. So that means there is a clear gap in terms of access to quality education. Okay, so National Education Policy 2020 is trying to focus on that also, or trying to minimize that gap as well. That is a good thing. So it has three language formula. So some of the states, like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they are going with two language formula. This kind of thing is happening. Okay. Then it has some implication in higher education. What it's aimed to increase gross enrollment ratio in higher education to 50% by 2035. So this kind of thing, like there are some ABC card also, like they released as part of the policy, so that if anyone stopped their education in between and later they want to resume, they can do. So this is a very good, there are a lot of good things about national education policy. So you need to know, and what are the shortcomings of national education policy. That also you need to have. Next item we have now on stray dogs. So here we have need to know what are the issues with stray dogs, legal provisions and way forward. So and how many stray dogs currently India has? It's over 60 million, and mainly the issues human in animal conflict. Now, if you see some fact, a person is bitten by a long dog every 10 seconds. Around 5,000 deaths occur every year due to dog bite related complications. So this is a fact. So this can help you in enriching main answers. Excuse me. And due to that, basically, some people says India is a rabies capital. Now, what are the legal basis? So we have Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. It's basically protect stray dogs from harm and cruelty. Now, next we have Animal Birth Control Rules. So what's the objectives? It aims to sterilize and immunize of stray dogs. So other things are also mentioned here. Please go through this document and read all the important facts and discussion on stray dogs. Now, some protest is going on because Supreme Court has ordered like to remove all the stray dogs, right? So that's for that reason some protest is going on. So just keep an eye on that as well. Next, we have a prelims fact, Piprewa relics. Now, it was discovered in 1898 during excavation in a stupa in UP, Uttar Pradesh. So, it is believed to be physical remains linked to Buddha and its earlier followers. So, this is an important prelims fact. Now, as we have mentioned about UP, so what you need to know, you go to you check what are the bordering state of UP. Let's go to the map and see. Uttar Pradesh. Now you see we have Uttarakhand, then we have here Delhi, right? We have Haryana, then we have MP, we have Rajasthan, then we have MP, Madhya Pradesh, then we have Bihar, then we have Chhattisgarh. So check, and we have a international border also, Nepal. So check all the bordering states and bordering countries, whatever it has, and if any for any important facts regarding Uttar Pradesh, like you can at least get to know what is the current state, like current ranking in terms of all the ranks released by central government video for the states, right? You can check that or not, and how what is the population for UP, that you also get to know. Okay, and population growth rate, TA for total fertility rate, all these important facts you should also know about Uttar Pradesh. Next, we have a news on Lok Sabha Speaker sets in motion the process to remove High Court Judge Yashwant Verma. So basically, this case is related to corruption. Basically, some burnt bundle of cash was recovered from this High Court Judge Yashwant Verma. So that's why there is some committee of inquiry was created, and they uh, proposed for removal of this judge. Okay. Now here, what we need to know: what is the constitutional provision for removing a judge of Supreme Court or High Court, and what are the grounds based on which that judge can be removed. All these kind of things we need to know. And what is committee of inquiry, and how many members are there, all these kind of things. So if we see about constitutional provision, so there are Article 124 of 4 for Supreme Court judge and Article 218 of for High Court judge governs all the removal process. What is the ground? Grounds is proven misbehavior or incapacities, though this terms is not defined in the Constitution. Now for this we have Judges Inquiry Act 1968, basically, which prescribes the procedure for removing Supreme Court or High Court judge. Now here, what is the basic process? At least 100 MPs in the Lok Sabha or at least 50 MPs in the Rajya Sabha, they can pass a motion or initiate the motion for removal of a judge Supreme Court or High Court. Now a speaker or chairman can may admit or reject that motion, reject the consultation. Now, if admitted, basically three-member inquiry committee will be formed or constituted. Now, in the committee of inquiry, there will be a chief justice. There will be Chief Justice of India or a Supreme Court judge, and a High Court Chief Justice and a distinguished jurist. And it will check all the charges, examine evidences, all the kind of things will do, and submit its report to the Speaker or Chairman. Now, basically, the motion for removal of the judge, that must be passed by at least two-thirds of the members present in votings and at least 50% of the total memberships voting in favor. Now, if both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, agrees, then President issues removal order. Now, there next we have a news on inflation, retail inflation. So, news is retail inflation hits 8-year low at 1.55%. Normally, RBI recommended band is 2 to 6%. Okay, now it's even below 2%, 1.58%. Now we need to know what is inflation and what are the index associated with inflation. So we have two things. One is consumer price index CPI, and we have wholesale price index. So we need to know what is CPI. CPI basically measures retail inflation, okay, and it focuses on consumers, in consumers. And wholesale price index, it checks the price changes at the wholesale level, basically where first point of bulk sales happen, okay. Now, what it cover? What are the items CPI covers? It covers goods and services, but wholesale only goods, no services. Now here base year for consumer price index it is 2012, and for wholesale price index it is 11 to 12. Now maximum weightage for consumer price index is food and beverages around 45%, and for wholesale price index manufactured goods 65%. Now who published consumer price index? It's NSO, National Statistical Office, under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And wholesale price index, Office of Economic Advisor, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So now you check other differences also, like between CPI and WPI. This is important things. Next, we have a mention about in space. Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. So what it announced, the selection of Pixel Space, a private entity, to design, build and operate India's first fully indigenous commercial Earth observation satellite under PPP model. Now, what is in the first we have mentioned about InSpace, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. What is it? So it was set up in 2020 as a autonomous nodal agency under Department of Space. Why it was like constituted or established? It acts as a single window body to promote, regulate, and authorize private sector participation in India, so that the space economy can be increased and private players also can invest in a space sector. Okay, that was its main purpose. Now, where its headquarter? Its headquarter is Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Now, again, we have a mention about a state, Gujarat. So let's go in the map and see what are the bordering state of Gujarat. Now this is Gujarat. Now it's here it's Arabian Sea. Then we have Pakistan border. Okay, and now here we have Rajasthan. This is Rajasthan. Next we have MP. Next we have Mumbai, Maharashtra. So check other important facts also, like Asiatic lions that also found here, right? All those kind of things you check here. Next, we have a mention of SHREST. SHREST is basically State Health Regulatory Excellence Index. What it does, it basically uh, is a framework aimed at benchmarking and enhancing state drug regulatory system. Okay, next we have a mention about Elon Musk satellite internet venture Starlink. Now we need to know what is satellite internet. So it's a type of internet connectivity delivered via communication satellite, not using without using traditional cable or fiber optic networks. So what is the advantage? It's give wide coverage, quick deployment, is essential for disaster hit or geographically isolated regions. Okay. So check these other things also. Now next we have a mapping two important regions. One is Nagorno-Karabakh. So where it is located? It's located basically between Armenia and Azerbaijan. This is the Nagorno-Karabakh. Now some conflict happened between Armenia and Azerbaijan on Nagorno-Karabakh. So here a lot of UAV was used in the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan. So check this thing. So and what are the bordering state? If you say Azerbaijan, there is Russia, Georgia, then Armenia. Here we have Turkey, then Iran, then here we have Caspian Sea, we have Black Sea. So check all this fact. Then we have a mention of Democratic Republic Congo. So we need to know where it's located. So and what are the bordering state? If you see bordering state Congo, then Central African Republic, in South Sudan, Uganda, Rwanda. Rwanda is an important topic, hot topic. Please check the economic rise of Rwanda. Burundi. Then we have Tanzania, Angola. So check. It's here. It's Atlantic Sea. So for any confusion, you can go here and check Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. It's here. Now we have Zambia. I forgot this thing. Zambia, Angola. So next, one of the hottest topic is SIR, Special Intensive Revision. What is it? So basically, it is an extraordinary process involving house-to-house verification of electoral rolls, blending both intensive and summary methods to update voter list comprehensively. It aims to remove the voters basically who are foreign origin or who are not Indian citizen. Now, what is the legal basis or constitution framework under it? So, Section 21 of 3 of Representation of People Act allows the Election Commission to conduct special revision in such a manner as it thinks fit. Then we have Article 324 of 1 of the Constitution, which grants Election Commission of India authority over electoral roll supervision. Now, historical background we have basically earlier we had, for instance, 1952 to 56, 65, then 83 to 84, 92, and then latest 2023 to 4. Now it's happening 2025 in Bihar. Now, what is the advantage? What is the criticism? Criticism, it risks disenfranchisement, especially for marginalized groups who lacks conventional document like Aadhaar or birth certificate. The Aadhaar is not, yeah, the Supreme Court has given some direction that Aadhaar also should be used, right? And then we can mention that one. 46. Now next we have some news article on cloud burst. Basically it's happening, right? And in the Himalayan region in the Jammu Kashmir. 46 dead after massive cloud burst in Jammu Kashmir Kishtwar. So now we need to know what is cloud burst. It's a sudden intense rainfall with precipitation exceeding 10 centimeter per hour over is like a small area, special you can say 10 square kilometer, and which leads to flash flood. Now it's basically how it formed kind of thing. What is the what is the geographical occurrence, like where it occurred, mainly in Himalayas, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and parts of Western Ghats as well in the monsoon season. What is the impact? What is the mitigation? You need to see. Okay. Now next we have a mention of governor. Basically this is more, I think, one of the frequently mentioned things in the Hindu newspaper or other newspaper, that is governor. So some fight happens always between governor and the state, where the state is mainly run by the opposition party. So now we need to know the constitutional position for governors. Now Article 153 provides for a governor for each state. One person can be governor for multiple states. Now appointment and tenure, Article 155 and 156. Then qualification, Article 157 and 158. Then assent to bill. This is important. So Article 200 can give assent. It's mentioned like governor can give assent, withhold assent, return a bill, accept money bill for reconsideration, and reserve it for president's consideration. Discretionary powers. This is also important. Article 163 acts on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, except in situation where discretion is constitutionally allowed. Next, basically, what is the role in state government failure? We have Article 356. So, governor can send a report recommending president's rule if the state government cannot function in accordance with the constitution. Now, we need to know about the key Supreme Court judgment in regard of governor. Okay. So we have a judgment of Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab in 1974. So here what this judgment says, governor is bound by the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers, except in matters where discretion is explicitly provided. Next we have Rameshwar Prasad versus Union of India. So this also you check. Now next we have controversies and refers on governors. So now Sharkaria Commission and Panchi Commission recommended governors neutrality, fixed tenure and consultation with CM, Chief Minister, before appointment to avoid political misuse. So this was all the important topics as per my understanding from Hindu newspaper. Some other topics are there. I think that can be covered in the upcoming weeks. So you please go through this document in my official channel. I'll share the link of the channel in the description of this video. Please check and let me know if you have any confusion so that we can cover the topics once more. So next, let's see you in the next week again with this kind of important news articles from Hindu newspaper. Thank you, everyone.